Good evening. Today, we will be covering the post-market update dated the 7th of August, 2024. The Indian benchmark indices snapped 3-day losing streak on August 7th and ended higher with Nifty closing near the key 24,300 level, led by buying across the sectors and ahead of RBI policy outcome tomorrow. At close, the Sensex was up 874.94 points or 1.11% at 79,468.01, and the Nifty was up 305 points or 1.27% at 24,297.50. Biggest Nifty gainers included Coal India, Adani Ports, Power Grid Corp, Cipla, and Wipro, while losers were IndusInd Bank, Eicher Motors, Britannia, Tech Mahindra, and Titan Company. Talking about the corporate segment, we have shares of Fusion Finance, Fusion Microfinance, tanked 20% and hit a 52-week low at 346.80 rupees on the BSE in Wednesday's intraday trade after the firm reported a net loss of 35.62 rupees crore in the June 2024 quarter due to higher than usual provisioning. The microfinance institution had posted profit of 120.46 rupees crore in previous year quarter. Fusion Finance had made its stock market debut in November 2022. Fusion Finance's disbursements in the June quarter increased by 31% compared to previous year, but stayed unchanged sequentially at 2,990 Indian rupees crore. Its assets under management increased by 26% from the previous year and 6% from the March quarter. The firm recorded a net loss of 36 Indian rupees crore for the quarter, compared to a net profit of 120 Indian rupees crore during the same time previous year. In the March quarter, financial asset impairment increased from 119 Indian rupees crore to over 350 Indian rupees crore. Asset quality deteriorated significantly throughout the quarter, with gross NPA at 5.46% vs 2.89% in March, and net NPA at 1.25% versus 0.6% in March. Credit expenses rose, weighing on financial performance. During the quarter, net credit costs exceeded the projection of 120 Indian rupees crore, reaching over 350 Indian rupees crore. Shares of TVS Motor Company rallied 6% to hit a new lifetime high of 2,618 rupees in early trade on August 7 after brokerages retained their bullish stance on the counter following its first quarter earnings. During quarter one, the company reported a 23% increase in consolidated net profit, reaching 577 rupees crore for the quarter ended June 30, compared to 468 rupees crore in the same period last year. Jefferies has issued a buy call on TVS Motors, raising the target price to 3,000 rupees per share, implying an upside of 21% from the current levels. Analysts believe TVS will be a key beneficiary of a revival in two-wheeler demand in both domestic and export markets. Furthermore, the company's improving franchise is expected to drive continued margin expansion. The management highlighted plans to launch 3 new products in India during the second half of current year 2024, with the launch of Norton motorcycles scheduled to begin by the end of current year 2025. Jefferies anticipates the company's earnings per share to more than double over financial year 2024 to 27. Macquarie maintains an outperform call with a target price of 2,783 rupees per share. The brokerage also points out that investments in subsidiaries will be a crucial factor to monitor, particularly from a free cash flow perspective. The company's revenue from operations grew by 16% to 8,376 rupees crore in quarter 1 financial year 2025, up from 7,218 rupees crore in quarter 1 financial year 2024. Additionally, TVS Motor achieved its highest ever operating profit, with EBITDA rising 26% to 960 rupees crore in quarter 1 financial year 2025, compared to 764 rupees crore in the corresponding quarter of the previous fiscal year. Shares of drug maker Lupin surged over 6% in opening trade to hit a 52-week high of 2,029.95 rupees on August 7, a day after the company reported strong all-round performance in the April-June quarter. The drug maker posted an over 77% on-year spike in its net profit to 801.3 rupees crore for the first quarter of the fiscal year 2025. It had recorded a net profit of 452.3 rupees crore in the year-ago period. Revenue also grew over 16% on year to 5,514.30 rupees crore in Q1 of financial year 2025, up from 4,895.10 rupees crore in the base period. The top-line growth was driven by strong double-digit sales growth in the India formulations and the US business. Brokerage firm Nomura believes the growth in US sales was supported by launch of bladder drug Myrbetriq, which negated lower contribution from bowel medication Suprep. Alongside strong top-line and bottom-line growth, the company's operational performance also improved significantly in Q1. Its EBITDA margin swelled up 527 basis points on year to a multi-quarter high of 23.3%. We have had a strong quarter on the back of the momentum we built through financial year 2024, with performance driven by new products, key geographies, and improvement in our operating margin and profitability. We are on track for strong, sustainable growth and margin improvement backed by growth in sales, commercial and operating efficiencies, and a strong compliance story, said Nilesh Gupta, Managing Director, Lupin. Shares of Oil and Natural Gas Corporation surged over 8% on August 7 after the company raised its production guidance for financial year 2025. ONGC's management projects a 12% increase in total crude oil production, reaching 23.1 million metric tons, and a 27% rise in gas production, reaching 25.9 million metric tons by financial year 2027. This growth will be driven by the Kilogram 98-2 and Daman upside development. The company announced it will begin gas production from the Kilogram 98-2 asset in the fourth quarter of financial year 2025. Following the revised guidance, Investec maintained a buy rating on ONGC but raised its target price to 350 rupees, from the earlier 230 rupees. The firm also noted that while ONGC's production guidance appears optimistic, execution will be crucial given the company's poor execution track record. Along the same lines, Jefferies also kept its buy call on the stock, raising its target price to 410 rupees as it highlighted the management's commitment to increasing production from the Kilogram Basin in Q3. On top of that, Jefferies also views the ONGC's valuation as favorable. CLSA also retained its outperform rating on ONGC, with a target price of 330 rupees, stating that the company's EBITDA slightly exceeded expectations while net profit was in line. CLSA pointed out the company's attractive valuation, near-term triggers, and healthy dividend yield. BASF India Limited in daily time frame is trading around 6,933.15 points with a change of 20% and is trading with a net volume of around 500.924 thousand shares. The share price is trading above its moving average 6,109.41, which is a good indication for the stock. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 71.61. Rajdarshan Industries Limited in daily time frame is trading around 65.34 points with a change of 20% and is trading with a net volume of around 61.177 thousand shares. The share price is trading above its moving average 54.87, which is a good indication for the stock. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 83.02. Tribhovandas Binji Zaveri Limited in daily time frame is trading around 170.07 points with a change of 20% and is trading with a net volume of around 7.203 million shares. The share price is trading above its moving average 148.64, which is a good indication for the stock. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 70.32. For the stock recommendation we have, NBCC, India, Limited looks good and can be bought at 172 rupees, keeping a stop loss of 162 rupees and a target of 186 rupees.
You can reach us via phone, WhatsApp, or email using the information listed on the screen. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more financial insights. And, as always, if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos, leave them in the comments section below. Until next time, happy investing.